Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about this guy right here. We're going to go through a bunch of clips. His name is Austin Booker. He's entering his second season. They just played against the Miami Dolphins, where Chicago didn't really play starters. They're typically playing their second stringers, and he just went off. He had 3 sacks, a forced fumble. He had 6 total tackles, and we even just started off with this clip against the Miami Dolphins from the other day. The spin move is nasty. This guy's nasty. And like I said, this dude really had a game, 12 big time plays, or 12 positive plays, I should say. Usually you have 3 or 4 in an NFL game. I've been seeing a lot of comparisons for him on Max Crosby, and the more I think to it, it actually makes sense. So Austin Booker, if you even go back to last year, I believe he had 3 sacks in the Bears' first preseason game 1 year ago when he was a rookie out of Kansas. But the thing is this, I saw somebody compare him, the Football Scout, compare him to Max Crosby, and it actually makes sense. That spin move is seriously a lethal weapon, and we're going to go through a bunch of these. The big thing with Austin Booker last year was he wasn't the best against the run, and in some of these clips you're going to see that has changed. And so you can sit here and you can say, okay, well, hey, look, man, it's preseason. You know, maybe you're going up against first stringers in some of these clips, but you're going against preseason. Folks, look at this. You don't think this will translate to the NFL? I get it. It's the Chicago Bears. I get it. That's going to translate to the NFL, or at least in regular season. You know what I'm saying. So without further ado, folks, hit that like button, hit that sub button for me, and let's get into some Austin Booker tape. All right, this one is quite honestly one of the most impressive defensive plays. He actually might be the best defensive player from preseason week 1. I'm sure there are guys who give him or would give him a little bit of run for their money, but Austin Booker was at least a top 3 defense player this past preseason, and this is the one that really got Bears fans excited. All I really hope is that the Bears give him an opportunity. He just lil bros this guy, and this is the one that turns into a forced fumble, and I can't let the whole clip play out because of NFL damn copyright, but look at this. That's his left hand, and he shoves him to the ground, and then obviously takes down the Dolphins quarterback for the strip sack. But this is stuff, this is why we say here, look, I get it, preseason. People love to say, oh, it's preseason, and we talk about it on this channel all the damn time. Like, you can't win in the preseason with people, because either you do well and it's like, oh, well, it's just preseason, you're going up against second stringers, or it's just preseason, or if somebody does bad, specifically quarterbacks, it's like, see, told you he sucked. This is something you don't really teach. This is something you just have, and Austin Booker clocks in at about 6'6", almost 250 pounds. Last year in 2024, he had 20 tackles and a sack and a half. And like I said earlier, the only thing I really hope is that the Chicago Bears give this dude an opportunity, but we'll keep it moving. All right, folks, this is right in the red zone, as you can tell. I really do like the new Chicago, or Soldier Field, I should say. As you guys know, I'm a Packers fan, but I was born and bred in the Chicagoland area, so my whole life, my whole childhood was really going to these Bears games. This field looked phenomenal. It's something I have not said maybe in my entire life, going to Chicago Bears games. But you can see Austin Booker lining up right here, and he's going to disrupt this play relatively quickly, just using a nice little swim move. And he gets his hand right up there, and it's going to cause the incompletion. Sorry if I cut that a little bit lower or shorter. But you can see him right here. Look at that little swim move. Number 72 stands absolutely no chance, and he's already back there. And at this point, that quarterback right there for the Miami Dolphins, he's got to make a quick business decision. He already knows this guy's kind of slanting into the end zone, and he's going to put this somewhere where maybe he can make a little bit of a play. But, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I've heard people that I trust. I've heard people that I really respect their opinions, people who, know what they're talking about on both the offensive line and the defensive line, and they say this guy is going to be the next Max Crosby. They say this guy is going to be a top 10 player at the edge position in the next year or two. And once again, I know we already talked a little bit about his comparison to Max Crosby. Max Crosby was a late draft pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. He started, or didn't start rather, his first 2 seasons in, with Las Vegas or Oakland, whatever, because Clelin Ferrell, the former number 4 overall draft pick, was in front of him in the depth chart. And it took the Raiders 2 years to be like, oh, hold on, this guy is exponentially better, and the rest is history. All right, here we got another one of his 3 sacks. You're going to see him just continue to bully their left tackle here, and just for purposes, We'll start it at the top. Here he is, down low. Nice little square for you guys. Let me know if you like these types of videos. And, it looks like a run, right? Little play action. So he gets, everyone's kind of shifting. The whole Dolphins offensive line shifting to the right here. And, oh, that's the tight end. You don't stand a chance. I mean, you don't stand a literal chance, and he's just going to take you down. Like I said, one of these 3 sacks we've already shown you. And this is just pure brute force. Pure can't talk right now. Pure brute force. All right, could be a run. We're moving that way. Nope. All right, let me get to it. And you can kind of see here, like, if Austin Booker doesn't disrupt this play, this guy's kind of going a little bit. No, number 0. What is that? Skylar Thompson. I don't believe it's Skylar Thompson. I'll actually fact check it right now. Was that Quinn Ewers? No, it was number 0. Is that Zach Wilson? Oh, my goodness. Doesn't look like Zach Wilson from this angle. I guess maybe the sack does. No disrespect. Yeah, it does look like Zach Wilson. He's going to be able to kind of maneuver out of that lane a little bit. Just if Austin Booker's not there, you can see 79. And this guy right here, we've got a little double team. The next closest Bears guy is right over here. And then the next closest Bears guy is getting double teamed over here. So Zach Wilson would be able to maneuver out of this pocket here. But Austin Booker says, yeah, no. One thing that's extremely evident with Austin is he's got a variety of different defensive moves to get to the quarterback to beat that offensive lineman. And you're going to see one right here. This is stuff that just doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Kind of pure brute force once again. Do a nice little move, kind of navigating where number 14 is. Quinn Ewers right here. If you go this way, maybe you can get around this guy. His hips are looking, or his legs and hips are looking pretty good. He's looking outside. Maybe you'd be able in due time to get out to the outside, but then maybe Quinn Ewers is able to, go shoot up right the gap there. So he makes or not really a biz decision, but he makes a decision right here and just says, all right, all set with that. Going to get in there and disrupt this play. And yeah. Now in this play right here, you actually see whole Bears blitz, and they're actually going to be able, most of these guys on this line right here, they're obviously about to press him. They're about to get to Zach Wilson here, and he actually makes a nice little throw. I mean, he's got, you can tell right here, he's about to get busted. And he's going to find the open man, and they're going to get a nice little completion. But you see Austin Booker here on this left side get past number 62, and also get another quarterback hit. So this is what I was saying at the beginning, where he had 12 positive plays. Typically you have 3 or 4, no matter the position, but specifically defensive edges. Maybe you have 3 or 4 positive plays per PFF. That is important to note. Keep that in mind. But we'll finish it off with one final clip. To cap it off, here we go. I apologize, no run clips in here. If you guys want a part 2, let me know, and we can definitely get that going here. But these are just pretty much all of his pressures. He's lining up here on the left side, and you can see 62, gets a nice little boost or a nice little jump on him. You can see Austin kind of gets pushed back a little bit. Zach Wilson, I think that's Zach Wilson looking that way. Let's see the number. Yeah, Zach Wilson looking, and then he's going to get right up there. Just barely misses him, but anyways, causes Zach to get out of the pocket. We don't want that to happen. Hey, get back in frame. There we go. All right, well, the point still stands. That's it. That's all we got for Austin Booker's film study. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, man, I know it's preseason. I don't really care. I don't think any Bears fans care either. The only big thing is, as long as this defense gives him the reps, they give him the opportunities to do what we just saw at a consistent level in the regular season, well, this is a guy to keep an eye on. And I've already said, people I know are calling him a top 10 edge rusher in the next couple of years. I'll let you figure that one out for yourself. I don't really like making grandiose claims like that, but even as a Green Bay Packers fan, this dude he's got the tools. All right, that's what's clear as day. He's got all the tools, and to be honest with you, it really just kind of seems like it's up to the Chicago Bears if they're going to notice this, because he is the best option opposite of Montez Sweat on that defensive line. I'm excited for this Bears team, the new DC and Dennis Allen. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for Dennis Allen to figure this one out. I'm excited about Ben Johnson. I don't think Caleb Williams is a bad quarterback in any way, shape, or form. So the Bears are certainly a very intriguing team. But let me know your thoughts on Austin Booker and this Bears defense down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button as always, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.